For reaction to the new October inflation data and a lot of other things, let's bring in Senator Marsha Blackburn from the State Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. Great to see you, Senator, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Quickly, let's talk about this inflation number, because 7.7% year over year, while under expectations and dropping a little bit, still very high. And as Jerry indicates there, consumers still see these high prices at the grocery store. They still see them at the pump as well. So my theory today is that, possibly Wall Street was celebrating a little bit of this CPI number, but the Fed's probably still going to have to hike rates from here. I think Wall Street is really digesting the House races and the fact that Republicans are inching closer to the 218 seats that they need to have the House, and that's what's being celebrated.
You're probably right on that, because people are watching very closely and they're very hopeful and cautiously optimistic that you're going to see the House and the Senate in Republican control. And we're still waiting on those results in Nevada and Arizona, and you've got the December 6th runoff. That is going to decide where the House lands. So we're going to be working hard to be sure that Team Herschel gets across the finish line on that. The American people want to get it across the line. And of course, inflation is at the top of the list. And Jackie, you've got upwards of 70% of the American people that say the country is on the wrong track. And when you look at inflation, when you go to the grocery store, the coffee that I buy, the coffee beans, have doubled in price in the last year. You look at eggs and milk. You look at bags of candy that you're using for kids for the holidays. You look at ice cream, a half gallon of ice cream, and you see the price increases. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Every week when I do the grocery shopping, how much more it's costing. 7.7%. When I go to the grocery store, people will say, what's this about 8% inflation, 7% inflation? Look at these prices. And as you said, the different component parts, that basket of goods that consumers buy, it is well above 7% or even 10%.
And I'll just add, anecdotally, the consumers I speak to say they see no evidence in their lives of prices coming down, even if the CPI report shows that they might be. And I look at this picture of what the Fed has to do here. 6 rate hikes so far this year, question mark for December at this point. But, many people saying, oh, well, Wall Street said today the Fed can take its foot off the gas. To get from 7.7% to 2%, where the target is, I don't see any taking a break here. Not right now.
No, I think that too many of these individuals that are making these statements are not in cities and towns across the country. They're not having to fill up the tank. They're not trying to fill up the grocery cart. And they don't realize what an enormous problem this is. When it is causing some of my Tennesseans to spend $100 filling up the pickup truck that they drive 30 miles each direction to and from work, and then running around to take the kids to activities on the weekend, they are going through a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
And, electric cars are too expensive. That is not an option for them. And it is insulting to hard-working taxpayers to be told to go eat Chef Boyardee or to change their plans. No, this is the United States of America. We have to get this inflation under control. It's not because of global tensions. It is because of decisions that this administration has made, choosing to call a war on gas and oil, choosing to run up federal spending, the out-of-control spending that just seems to not stop. This is all part of that picture of why we have such a very high inflation rate.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Those are two very important points that you make. The war on oil and gas that's been waged by this administration, but also this notion of $4 trillion of spending, over that amount even, within the last 18, 19 months. And that's why I think the market was cheering today, because it sees a Republican House as at least being able to put the brakes on that. And I think that's what Wall Street was cheering. But let me switch gears for a moment, because yesterday at the White House, Biden did give some remarks. He talked about the elections and sort of what his strategy is going forward based on the numbers that we had at that point so far. And he addressed inflation. Senator, listen.
I can't guarantee that we're going to be able to get rid of inflation, but I do think we can. We are not anywhere near a recession.
You know, when it comes to the Americans that you were referencing before, all across this country in all different states, you know, I get that he can't guarantee it. He thinks we can, but he's thought we could do a lot of other things that didn't necessarily work out. And he says we're not anywhere near a recession. If the Fed keeps raising rates to slow the housing market and to slow consumption, because we've put so much money out there, we are definitely due for a recession. As a matter of fact, many of the CEOs out there, Senator, say that we are due for it in 2023 if we're not in one already.
And you're hearing so much conversation about a double dip recession. And indeed, I think that as you look at the escalation rate in these prices for food, for clothing, for shelter, you know that it is going to continue to cause us to feel those inflationary prices and that impact every single day. People are tired of this. They want Congress to get this spending under control. I look forward to working on that.
And we look forward to it, too. Thank you so much, Senator. It's always great to see you.
You got it. Thank you.